Have you ever wanted to have a fun way to stay motivated to your goals and your dreams, especially when life seems a little challenging? Maybe you're going through a difficult time with a new baby, a new business, crazy world events, ego anxiety, all of these things that can make us more focused on the negative and make us a bit downtrodden by life. To keep your brain focused on what are you doing that's working? What are you doing that's positive? I created a series of printables that you can print out and track your daily actions that you're moving towards your goals, the habits. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the handouts that I created that you can download. There's a link below. Let's get right to it. First is a journey of exploration. Wandering is valuable. Exploring new things can lead to new discoveries. If you never go to new lands, you're not going to discover as much. This is one of the reasons that people who love travel because they love that novel, enriching experience. It's why I love diving into a new book. So the idea here with this, but as I say, you can use it however you wish, is the star can either be where you begin or where you end. And for each circle, let's say you want to try out new foods. In the star here, you would put try out new foods. And then each time you go to a new restaurant or make a new recipe, or maybe even start out simple. Like if you look for a recipe and print it out or get it ready or buy the ingredients, that goes in a circle. You can use the circles in this way. It can be a tracking experience, tracking your exploration journey, because a lot of people find having a visual representation of what you're doing makes it more motivating. The other thing, and the reason why this is winding and wandering, is you don't always know where these things are going to lead. That's okay. You're following your progress along the way. You can use these handouts that I created how you wish. I'm going to give you ideas of how you can use them. Print them out, have fun, create your own, do them with your kids, your partner, your best friend. All right, the next handout I want to show you is about your foundation. You can use all of these, some of these in any order. So write an answer for each category in the sections below. And this is helping you find your way, starting with your values. Put those in the bottom. And then above that are, what are your habits, daily, weekly, goals, relationships, small steps? These things are all very foundational in looking at what your life is. Your values are what all the foundation of your life rests upon. And then your habits, do they align with your values? Right now, I'm working on making mine more aligned. My values are healthy body, healthy living. I haven't been being as active as I need to be. I haven't been eating as healthy. I'm working on changing some of those daily and weekly habits to be more aligned with. I'm just going to go with this analogy for the rest of this graphic here. Healthy living. Well, are the relationships in my life healthy? Do those people like doing the healthy things that I like doing? If not, maybe I want to cultivate some more relationships that do that. My kids are super great about helping me to be active. They're not so great about helping me make healthy food choices. Goals, the habits, daily, weekly, monthly, and your values inform your goals. And if they're not working towards your goals, then maybe then it's a time to go back and look at your habits. And most importantly, essential is none of these things happen without small steps. That's why I put here your daily habits. So small steps. Yes, I want to eat healthy. I'd like to cut out snacking. But until I entirely stop snacking, can I just snack on carrot sticks and celery sticks instead of chips? What are the ways that I could make a small step rather than a complete overhaul? Because I'm just not in a place right now to do a whole overhaul. Most of us aren't, but most of us are in a situation, a setting where you could make a small step. So take that small step. And the cool thing about this handout is you could print it out this week, fill it out, try out your small steps for a week. If in a week you're like, oh, that small step didn't work, print this out again, try it again. Most people who are successful at whatever goal it is they want to achieve, there is a process of trial and error, experimentation. Back to that whole journey of exploration thing. Very few people get there in, here's how I'm going to do it. Now I've done it. Ta-da! That rarely happens. This one, I don't really know exactly how you want to use it, but I wanted to create it. One thought I had was, what if you think about your future dream destination or a place you've been, and how do these different parts of the landscape represent? Maybe right now you're in the hills and the volcano's coming up. I invite you to play with this and make it have meaning how you have meaning. This one is super open-ended. You have various metaphorical landscapes, or maybe you want to create your own treasure map to your dream destination and think about, well, what are the things I have to do? The big obstacles in the way, symbolize or characterize some of those obstacles, a cave, a river, a volcano. Maybe you want to characterize it, symbolize it in another way. Sunny goal. What is your sunny goal? What are your warm future dreams? It really is great to have a clear picture of where you want to go. Similar to some of the things I've said before, you might not find that out right away. Last week, I wrote down my clear vision of where I want to go, and I posted it where I could see it multiple times. I actually now have to take it down and redo it, because after a couple of days of looking at it multiple times a day, thinking about it before I went to sleep, thinking about it when I got up, I realized this isn't actually what I want. Mentally, I thought it was, but once I started looking at it every day and thinking about it 3 times a day, I realized, oh, one of those elements in there is not actually aligned with where I actually want to go. But you know what? I didn't feel bad about that. Great. Me doing this activity of writing it down, you printing this out, writing it down, looking at it 3 times a day. Maybe you have it as a screensaver on your phone. You take a picture after you do this. If you realize in a week or 2 weeks or 4 weeks, oh, that wasn't exactly where I thought I wanted to go, redo it. You've actually learned more about yourself by doing this. And the more you can learn about yourself, the closer you can get to that place where you're intentionally moving forward in your life in the way that you want to. This is one of my favorites. Oh, I'm going to have to superimpose this image turned so you can see it. I love how habits are very similar to gardening. If you don't plant the seeds, you will not reap the harvest. This is classic information humans have been passing down to humans for all this time. What are the seeds you plant to reap your sweet, abundant harvest later? And I have different seed types I created here. What are the seeds you're planting today? You may go ahead and reflect back to, well, what is my big goal, my warm, sunny goal from the handout before? And then you think, okay, I know what my goal is. How can I break that down into what is a habit that gets me towards the goal? What is the system of daily things? And some of the ways that it might help you to come up with what are the seeds that you're planting are, let's say there's something that you want to do. I want to keep up consistently posting to YouTube. So I could look at, well, what do the people who do that do? What are the actions that they take? Back to the healthy eating. If I want to be a healthy eater, then I look at, well, what do people who successfully eat healthy do? They don't buy snacks and bring them into their house. Replicating the tried and true habits and actions of people who've already achieved. Of course, you're going to find your own way of doing it. You're a unique person. You have your own creative expression and way of living in the world. However, some of the things that you do to go about achieving your warm, wonderful, sunny goal are going to be the same as other people who have done them. After you have something that you're visualizing, what is your warm, sunny goal? You're thinking about that, looking at the actions that support that, that lead to that is going to be super impactful and powerful for you. Because even though success is some like who we are in our inner world, a lot of the ways that we also know it are the actions and habits and behaviors in the outer world of the actions that you're doing. I have created 2 tracking handouts that have star designs and plant designs on them. Here at the bottom of this one, it says color in for every day completed. But maybe if you do a big goal, you color in the moon. And if you do a little habit, rather a little step, then you color in the stars. You can choose how you want to use this one. So this is the first one. And the second one is, oh, I love this one. The moon and tree tracking one. And I think I'm gonna have to print this out for myself today. You would color in every star or leaf or moon when you are tracking your progress on doing your small habits. Also for you, a tracking sheet to notice and make record of 30 instances that you are grateful for. If you want to do 3 a day, then this would cover you for 10 days. You could do 1 a day if you're going to start minimally, or maybe you do 5 a day, go a whole row. The more consistently that you start practicing gratitude and noticing things every day, the more you're tuning your awareness to notice great things every day. You're activating your reticular activating system to be noticing the great moments in your day. You may also need to restore and rejuvenate, practice more self-care. So this handout, same shape, but the focus of it is restoring and rejuvenating yourself. There's a woman who I follow, Simone Soul, who created a garbage post challenge. And the idea is for either 30 or 100 days, posting garbage or whatever you need to post to get yourself in the habit of showing up consistently online and finding your voice, posting even if you're not sure if that's what feels like you want to post. To be more in alignment with myself, values, and my interests, I created the compost post challenge. So this is a 30-day invitation to show up in whatever way you feel that is your place that you want to show up, doing the action that it is that you want to do. So maybe it's making an Instagram post, maybe it's making a short video for TikTok or YouTube or some other platform. Maybe it's pinning one pin to Pinterest every day. Whatever it is, you're committing to doing it for 30 days and then you track here. The other thing that you could use this for is failures, tracking your failures. Now, it might seem counterintuitive to track your failures, but here's the amazing thing about when you do. You get yourself more accustomed to leaning into the discomfort of things that you might fail. And if you can track 30 failures, you're also going to have 30 learning opportunities, 30 experiences that you've had where you've tried something out, you learned something new about yourself or something else. I highly recommend tracking your failures. As I'm saying this to you, I'm thinking, I'm going to go ahead and make another tracking handout that I'm going to add to this folder that's purely for the focus of tracking your failures and making a record of them and celebrating it. As long as you believe that that failure is a learning experience, it's actually not a failure at all. So I'm using the word failure over and over again, yet I invite us to think about it as a learning experience rather than a pure failure. When you sign up for my email list, you get all of these handouts, you get access to them automatically, and it's super fun to start playing around with them, seeing how it works for you. I would love to hear your thoughts and see which one of these handouts you felt like was helpful for you. See you in the next video.